Hey, everybody. Yeah, welcome to another video during the COVID crisis. I'm Piper Harris. So I want to get right into our conversation today. I want to ask you, how do you want to be remembered? How do you want to be remembered? I truly believe that we will come out of this, that we will be free of the fear, the anxiety, and the tragedy that is facing us every day. I truly believe that. And during this time, during our fight against this COVID virus, I'm seeing a lot of different things, and I'm betting that you're seeing some things too. I'm seeing how people react in times of fear and anxiety. So, I've had a couple of different situations that have come up and has me really thinking on how do I want to be remembered. So, probably like you, I've received a lot of inbox messages, and a lot of them are people saying, "Hey, this is what I'm selling," and that's fabulous. This is how we have to get the word out. But here's the thing: I received a message a couple days ago from a woman, and she told me about what she was selling, and that was great. And I responded. I always make sure I respond. And I said to her, I really appreciate you taking the time, but I'm not interested right now. Didn't hear anything from her until late last night. And her response to my response saying, "Hey, thanks, I appreciate your time, but I'm not interested right now." Her response was, "Well, it's too bad you didn't keep this conversation going. It was free anyway, but dot, 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 be well." Trying not to read too much between the lines, my first gut reaction was like, wow, what was that reaction about? And then conversely, couple days previously, probably the same day I had originally gotten hers, I received another inbox from a person. And he said, "Piper, I don't need anything from you. I'm so appreciative of our connection. And I just wanted to say to you, you're doing great. And I'm praying for you." Wow, that made me feel really good. That really made me feel like he's there, someone I could partner with. So looking at those two situations, the conversation I had with her, her approach, and the conversation with him and his approach, I have to really consider, how did they make me feel? And when I say, how do you want to be remembered? I do believe that we'll overcome this. How am I going to remember each of these individuals? They both inboxed me, but how am I going to remember them? And I want to ask you that. How do you want to be remembered? I love the Maya Angelou quote when she says, "People will forget what you said. People will forget what you did. People will never forget how you made them feel." We are in a time of massive change, and we are seeing how people are reacting to fear and anxiety. And I am practicing empathy first. I am putting myself in these humans' shoes. She reacted the way she did because I believe she's afraid. I believe she's afraid and she's anxious. I am too. But I have to think at the end of the day, when all of this is done and we've all overcome, I will remember how she made me feel. She made me feel like, oh, I tried responding and I said, "Thank you for your time. Why were you so..." Conversely, I remember his message. How did he make me feel? "Hey, Piper, I'm here to support you whenever you need me." I'm going to remember how I felt. It's interesting during this time too, we all are faced with a lot of opportunities for reflection, a lot of reflection time. And in the past year, I've done a lot of reflecting and a lot of growing, not only personally, but professionally. And it's been an extraordinary year. But I have to say, with growth, it has been especially painful as well. And I've had a situation that's come up where I was reflecting even more deeply on the past year. And it was really interesting. It was really kind of hit me between the eyes the last couple of days. And the thought of what someone did or what someone said was not what was sticking with me. What I felt in a situation that took place in this last year, that's what's sticking with me. And all this time later, a whole year later, where I thought I had overcome and I had grown and I broke free, wow, I hadn't. Because I don't care what they said and I don't care what they did. But what they said and what they did and how that made me feel, I am left with the feelings. And I can't put them aside. I can't put them aside. And so that had me thinking today, how do you want to be remembered? I know this is scary. I know everything is just so unsure, but take a breath before you say something. Take just a beat before you say something, before you respond an email or a text. Think about the other person on the other end of what you're saying. How do you want them to feel at the end, regardless of what you need from them? If your sales pitch, great. But how do you want that human being to feel after they read your sales pitch? Do you want them to feel like, oof, and pull away? Or do you want them to lean in and say, I don't have it right now, but gosh, in the future, I'm going to remember you? Something to think about. And during this time, we are faced with a lot of opportunities to grow. Like I told you, I've been growing in the last year, and gosh, there's more time now. There's opportunities to grow, and there's opportunities to change, and there's opportunities for us to be the human beings that we should be that'll better this planet after all of this is done. Today, I would love to invite you to join me 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for a Lunch and Learn series. We're talking about toughness, resilience. And my coach, colleague, and friend, Mitch, she is going to be joining me as well. So we would love for you to join us. I will drop the link down below. So back to my original question. How do you want to be remembered? I want to be remembered at the end of the thing of someone that put her hand out, encouraged, and helped. I bit back those words even when I was hurting and I was afraid. That's how I want to be remembered. Something for you to consider as well. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'm Piper Harris with Poema Women's Success Coaching. I hope to see you this afternoon at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check out my website at piperharris.net. And if you go to piperharris.net/COVID, there's all kinds of free resources for you during this uncertain time. Thanks so much, and I will talk to you again soon.